right, so what's going on? What's your name and what's your title?
My name is Ruben Herrera. I'm an organizer and activist nationally, but I'm based in Ohio, Columbus, Ohio, and I'm here with the Librotraficante group. It's great to be here.
Definitely. So we were just at a Latino caucus that we were kind of just describing, giving our own types of, reasoning for what we came to bring to the table, and you were trying to explain the ¿qué is. Could you explain that a little bit more in depth now?
Yeah, the ¿qué space is interesting. I use this a lot, and it's an indigenous word. It's spelled K-E with an accent on the E. It sounds like que, like the Spanish word que. And what it is native. I think it's the Wyandotte Indians use it to describe kind of how they live their lives, and they use their hand. And the high points are I suppose in the native it would be the hunts, it would be the events, the rituals that happen within the native community, and those are important markers to their identity. But that's not the ¿qué space. The ¿qué space is in between those events and what it is that happens in between those sessions or those events. And what they talk about is that what it is really about building relationships. It's about knowing who you are. It's about accepting who you are in order to make these events more meaningful and more real. You have to know who you are. You have to be in a relationship with yourself. You have to be in a relationship with those around you. And it's coming together in circle and celebrate. Sometimes it's dancing, it's playing, it's listening to people. It's really just being that self of identity. And it's only built with community. It's built with community, but you have to also do it on your own. So it's kind of paradoxical in the sense that you have to do it on, you have to come to that sense of self by yourself, but you do it with other people. So that's the paradox. And so if you do that effectively, then these events, these rituals, these rallies, these strategies, whatever they might be, they become more real. And today in our world of organizers and people that work in issues of justice, we're so concerned just about these events, right? And we start talking about, oh, we had 100 people there, oh, there's 50. Then we start becoming about metrics and numbers. And that's important. I don't want to say that's not important. But what's really important is who did we get to go to those places, and did we change? Did we move someone forward as far as their consciousness? So that's the ¿qué space, and I think that us as just indigenous people, I always talk about the question for me is like, what is your original face? Going back to your original face or your indigenous self. I think it's in us. We know that. We know that's the way we've been raised. It's still, sometimes it's through our language. Sometimes it's just through the way, the rituals in our life, whatever it might be. So, but we've lost that, and to a great extent, in order to survive, to assimilate, to make it, to get a car, to do whatever we have to do. We've kind of been buried. So I'm all about just bringing that back out, and I find that when I explain that people understand it. It's not like I have to convince anyone. People feel it and understand it. So that's the ¿qué space. That's what I'm talking about.
Definitely. Very nice. Cool. Appreciate it.